We have an inter. Conference affair lined up for you today as the Philadelphia 76ers come in for this one. We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. You look at the Thunder. They return victorious from an undefeated road trip back to the loving embrace of their hometown faithful.
And they're 1-0 against them this season, and this is the final matchup. So a little bit of extra incentive tonight, knowing they have a chance for the season sweep.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, whether it's 2 games or 20, you'd love to go unblemished against any opponent over the course of the season. Of course, the opposite is just as true. Getting swept is no fun at all.
Now here's Middleton. Shot from the top of the key. Tries again. Johnson, a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Here's Murray. Pass to Avdia. Takes it out to Siakam. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. 6 on the shot clock. Murray, no good. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Here's Castle. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
And it's sent back by Jokic. It's Nembhard on the wing. The Thunder with another miss. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray, you give him that type of opportunity, you're asking for trouble. He is a strong finisher.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. This sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Pass to Avdia. Johnson with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 5. And it's Jokic missing. Here's Philadelphia. Outside, Porzingis. No good from outside. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The 76ers leading by 3. Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Inside, Porzingis. Sweet little floater. Porzingis has got his second basket.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Pass to Castle. Jokic a screen. From the arc. Avdia with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Takes the 13-footer. And that one hits back iron.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Johnson outside. No good. That would have tied it. Philadelphia leading by 3. Ball stolen. Pass to Nembhard. And it's all evened up.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
And here is Siakam. Hasn't made one yet. Offensive rebound. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. And it's the Thunder with the ball. .40 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Castle. Here's Jokic. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Smooth jumper by Jokic. Not going to let anything break up his concentration.
Down low. Here's Brown. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now.
Timeout, timeout.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And they're also hitting that mid-range shot at a high clip. A big key will be to continue that success throughout.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
How impressive was that shot from Murray? When you make one on us, I'll come right back at you, is what he's saying.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. To the wing on the left. 5 on the clock. Jokic with the steal. Here's Castle. And a miss there on the triple.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Avdia. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Thunder trailing by 5. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Nembhard. And here's Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
Murray right side. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so here is Philadelphia. Here's Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hartenstein.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look. And that's exactly how you draw it up.
Launches it. Joe, good.
3 points.
Joe's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And
that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Another three for Philadelphia.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Middleton outside for three. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And he converts the layup. Nemhard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. To the wing right side. .52 seconds left now here in the second. Clock at 6. Right wing. Here's Hartenstein. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. To the left wing. From past the arc. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Philadelphia leading by 5. To the middle. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Nailed from three-point land. Mamukelashvili has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers ahead, up 4. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
And so here is Philadelphia. They lead by 4. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Murray's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Philadelphia. They set the pick. And it's Jokic in the corner. Misses the 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Middleton looking it over. Jokic a screen. Launches a 3. Middleton can't get it to go. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. 6-point game. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Here's Brown.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's Jokic. Rebound by the 76ers.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half. Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
For Oklahoma City, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Castle. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Jacks up a three. Jokic, no good.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Avdia can't hit. Thunder trailing by 5. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Jokic on top. He's got 14. Kicks it down to Middleton. And he's good on the 3-ball. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Siakam outside. Back to Murray. Avdia on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Mr. Porzingis. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
And, fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Here's Murray. That one's off. Still out of sync.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, Murray's court vision, very sharp, and he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now, Jokic. 20 points for him. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Jokic throws it down.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Nemhard. They get it again. 6 to shoot. Middleton drives in.
Man, can he finish? Chris Middleton, so good at driving inside. And if you don't get there soon enough, he's turning it over on top of your head.
Siakam outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Siakam's got 5 points so far.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that you can afford to get clear.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Avdia. Now here's Porzingis. Three-pointer.
Defensively, though, much improved here in the second half. They've limited the open looks, making them work for everything.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here's Castle. Pass to Jokic. It's deflected. Here's Highsmith. Scoreless thus far. Here's Pritchard. 5 to shoot. Now Joe. Good on the three-point shot. Joe's got 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Pass to Gafford. To the inside. Up in time. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Thunder lead by
The 76ers, 46.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if we can get it done.
Thanks, David. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Jokic a screen. Over to the left wing. From outside, off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Over to the wing. Siakam with it. In the corner, Murray with it. Here's Avdia. Jokic grabs the miss. The Thunder leading by 5. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Middleton can't get it to go.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Bucket is good.
This is what we've come to expect from Porzingis. I mean, no let up in his game at all. When he's got his foot on the pedal, he mashes it.
Now, here's Jokic. To the paint. Puts it up from 12. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Jokic has got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Here's Avdia. It's good.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball
to open guys.
Pass to Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And the Thunder lead by 5.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Back to Porzingis. And here is Murray. Out to Porzingis. Good defense by Jokic. The Thunder lead by 5. It's Nembhard on the wing. Here's Castle. Driving inside. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now an 8-point Thunder lead.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That is his first foul of the game. Murray surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him.
Fantastic defensive instincts. Encouraging signs of progress from Jokic.
Jokic's screen to the left side wing. And the Thunder, another 3.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
The Thunder leading by 9. It's Nembhard on the wing. Kicks it out to Johnson. Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Screen by Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Basket counts.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
Here's Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Middleton. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Watch out below. When Middleton rises up like that, remarkable at punching it down on you.
Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Oklahoma City.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Philadelphia ball.
The drive by Siakam.
Pascal Siakam.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage